Hi, my name is Kelly and I work at the Ashland Police Department in the Records Division. And I was asked to tell a little bit about what the Records Division does. We are the first responders for the public, whether it's at the front counter, people that walk in, people that call, or by email. We process police reports, we distribute them, we also enter them and send them where they need to go. And we fingerprint for the public as well as for the department and other agencies. And we have to make sure that the department is Oregon State Police certified compliant. And we also do impounds release, property release, and we enter warrants, felony and misdemeanor warrants, as we not only enter them, but we confirm, modify, and clear them, as well as we do the same for stolen property, vehicles, guns, and missing people we enter, and pretty much do a little bit of everything. We do T-cards for taxi drivers. We also do the Uber and Lyft. We register sex offenders. We do bike license registrations, and that's just a few things that we do.
And how many records clerks do you have?
We have three and a half, and then myself, I'm the lead.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. Thanks.
My name is Bob Smith. I'm a sergeant with the Ashland Police Department. I've been employed as a police officer since June of 1980. During that time, I worked 23 years as a patrol officer, and the last 16 years I've been a first line supervisor or sergeant. Also during the course of that time, I was in charge of the Explorer program for a number of years. I've been a field training officer. I've been in charge of the field training program, and I was in detectives for a period of time, worked crime prevention DARE. So I've had an opportunity to do several different job functions within the organization. I'm currently a patrol supervisor.
And what are your duties as a patrol sergeant?
I'm responsible for running the shift, making sure that the officers are responding to calls for service. I approve their reports. I also will get equipment if they need something that will assist them in doing their job.
Hi, I'm Matthew Carpenter. I'm one of the police officers in town, and the last 6 years, over 6 years, I've been assigned as a Central Area Patrol Officer, also known as CAP, and I'm partnered with Officer Billings. The CAP assignment involves being assigned to the downtown corridor, Lithia Park. When we're on duty, we're responsible for calls for service that come in these areas. We're also expected to proactively patrol these areas. Mostly that's done with foot patrol. Sometimes we do bicycle patrol during the summer, sometimes vehicle patrol, which can also include traffic enforcement. But largely we have a presence on foot. We make our way all through downtown, hitting the alleyways, the main sidewalks, up through the bike paths, sometimes the upper trails. And our jobs really include anything from addressing low-level violations like having a dog in the park, or smoking downtown to sometimes we handle major assault investigations. Officer Billings was first on scene for a stabbing that we had down here at the front of the park a couple of years ago. We also supervise a contingent of cadets, and as the budget allows, park patrol during the summer. We typically have 4 year-round cadet positions. Right now we have 3, and that can balloon up to as many as 8 cadet positions during the summer. And cadets are largely part-time, almost community service officers. They handle similar duties, but they're just assigned to the downtown largely to help with presence, police presence downtown. They're eyes and ears for us, and you can handle low-level calls like property calls or addressing some of the ordinance violations. And Park Patrol is very much the same thing, but primarily for the parks. Lithia Park, they'll venture down to the skate park and some of the other nearby parks. In our patrols, one of the things we value is getting to know people, being available for the general public. Sometimes I will find a place to stand for even in the plaza or out in front of the substation, just to be available. I'll stand there for quite a while, and people will come up and approach me and just either have questions, sometimes it's a traffic question, or want to run a scenario by me, and we're able to have that conversation. In my 6 years here, I've gotten to know a large number of business owners, people that work downtown, people that frequent downtown, and there's always something going on too. And so we're largely available. We get to know people, get to know the community, and especially at a time when people are calling for more personable police service, calling for foot patrols, officers working beats. This is something that we've had in place for many years, and sometimes we find that people don't really know that, even though we're out here all the time. We have 2 full-time officers assigned to downtown, and as I explained, we have the contingent of cadets and park patrol. I make it a point to try to say hello to everybody, or at least most people I walk by, smile at them, have a greeting. Usually they can see my smile when we're not wearing the masks for COVID. In fact, just down here, kind of by Louis, I walked by a couple of years ago, smiled at them and said hi, and the boyfriend kind of seemed shocked, and he said, there's a smiling cop we just walked by. That's kind of stood out to me, and yeah, we just like to be available, get to know our community, be there for our community, have a presence. In my 6 years as Central Area Patrol, my 14 years working for the city overall, it's become apparent that people want a police presence downtown. They value police addressing quality of life issues, whether it be people smoking marijuana or drinking publicly, to those larger issues of fights or assaults that happen downtown. They want a police presence, and they want an approachable, friendly police presence. So those are certainly things that we strive for.
Hi, I'm Detective Sergeant Bond Stewart with the Ashland Police Department, and I'm in charge of the Criminal Investigations Division, also called the CID. And that consists of myself, 2 detectives, the crime analyst, and the evidence tech. Normally, when we've been fully staffed, it would be myself and 4 detectives, the crime analyst, and the evidence tech. With the reduced staffing and budget, we've lost 2 of those people, and we're still doing the same work. So we handle all major crimes. So we handle homicides, sexual assaults, sex abuse, child abuse, aggravated domestic violence, major property crimes, or any trending crimes, like if there's a rash of car break-ins, we'll handle those as well. And reports of drug dealings or a drug house. And we also handle the You Have Options program, which allows people to report being sexually assaulted, and they can be anonymous in that reporting, or they can have a full investigation. That's up to them. And that program started right here in Ashland Police Department and is now a national program. We're also part of the Major Assault and Death Investigation Unit, which handles all the homicides and attempted homicides that happen within the county. And that consists of the Ashland Police Department, Oregon State Police, Medford Police, Central Point Police, and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. And that is a mutual aid program where we're going out into the, we're on call and we assist with any officer-involved shootings that happen in the county and any homicides that happen in the county. And if they happen here in Ashland, we're in charge of that team if it's in Ashland. And so there's several, up to, it could be, 3 a month or 10 a month, and we're part of those investigations. Also, I have one detective that is in charge of the Alameda fire, and currently over half their time is spent on the Alameda fire.
My name is Jared McLean. I'm the newest officer at the Ashland Police Department. Been here just over a year. My background, I come from the Jackson County Parole and Probation Office, where I really enjoyed my job. I was just looking for a little more proactive role in the community. I had the privilege of working with most of the departments in the Valley. I chose the Ashland Police Department because the emphasis they put on community policing and working with community members to help out the community. So far, I've really enjoyed the job. Look forward to have a long career here.
Hi, I'm Officer St. John with the Ashland Police Department. I've been here since 2019 and have over 10 years of law enforcement experience. In 2019, my family and I, we moved here from the state of Maine, and I was in the hiring process with a larger agency when I had the opportunity to meet with the staff here at this department. I like what the agency stands for, and I really enjoy community policing and being in the community. I accepted the offer, and I've been here ever since. Typically on a shift, it's myself, 2 other officers, and a supervisor. The increased call volume and lower staff levels sometimes makes it difficult to keep up with the calls for service, and the ability for us to actually get out in the community and meet with the public puts a little bit of a strain on the department. Otherwise, I truly enjoy here.